Testing. Oh my God. This was because I just redid the Scarlet Later video. So we have a new foundation. It's a comedy approach, you know? Still waiting for people to show up for God, though. I'm gonna pause the recording and then I'm gonna put up all these. At the worst, you know, I just said this out loud and I was like, yeah, this is smart. See how I have like the total Hufflepuff thing going on? So at the worst, that video, the Scarlet Later, it might inspire enlightened discussion about karma and how to maybe break through it on a gigantic spectrum. Maybe not. Who knows? The Rosy Cross Dragon Egg. So this discussion with Simon today, apparently it's completely inappropriate to bring up. Maybe not. We were talking about South Carolina, no, Southern California, and the Hispanics, the Hispanic population in Southern California, because that's my childhood growing up. And he was asking about, did we all speak Spanish, or could you survive being in England? It's different. Could you survive without knowing Spanish? I go, yeah, of course. Of course. He was talking about because the Hispanics were impoverished, they had a less of a global footprint on the ecosystem. And I go, no. They make choices. They buy cheaper shit and throw it away, and they litter. And it ends up in the ocean. And they buy $5 hamburgers, $7 hamburgers with French fries at McDonald's instead of organic produce, because it's part of their culture and their system. Apparently it's my system, because they never learned how to shop and produce properly or budget. And they use the excuse that organic produce is too expensive, but somehow I managed to find a way to do $50 a week. And feed myself without starving. It's the excuses and the lies. So no, they do not have a smaller footprint, at least not in Southern California. Maybe in Mexico, where the system is more attuned to naturalism instead of Western. This is that chicken and the egg, and grass is always greener on the other side. It's like the people who may end up going and migrating into Western society might have to take on the Western karma. And I don't have answers, just it's a discourse. And it's interesting. It's not interesting, it's math. It's math. It's what we're gonna have to calculate when all the food runs out. And nobody, including me, I barely want to come to terms with this reality. Nobody wants to talk about it because it's dark and scary. Trying to get to the screen share screen. That was not up. There we go. Here I am. And there's nothing like doing a video where you know you're going to be crucified for doing it, but it needs to be done. People are gonna hate you and want to throw tomatoes at you and maybe shoot you, you know? There's nothing like it to make it feel sick to your stomach. But you do it anyway. All right, I'm gonna delete all these. In Gryffindor, this is gonna be how you survive. How do I make the world's most controversial choices, decisions, and issues digestible for people? The most indigestible, toxic truths about karma and reality, palatable for other people to maybe fucking handle. Here's the Rosy Cross. Here's your egg, or my egg. Here are our 4 posts and our center post. Here's our metal braids. I know I don't need to draw the metal braids and everything, but it's nice just to get it done, at least this one. So here, oh, let's do it a little easier. Okay, so there. Okay, so here is our temple DNA tower. And then all of the metal support beams that go into the central column, right? But it's also this. So we got 5 boxes going up and 4 boxes below. Okay, so here's our earth plane. So God, God goes, this is shit. This is shit. You need to expand this. I'm gonna put this on another layer and dim it. Okay, so we have that. You need to expand it. Okay? So then he extends it. This is how you know it's God, because it's fucking brilliant. It's just downloading new intelligence. And he goes, oh, mirror it. Oh man, I could just do it like this. On that layer. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. And then we have one central column tower that's bigger. But now we have to, you know, this tower is going to be much taller, this middle central one. So, oh no. This tower is gonna be, you know, twice the size. So it's gonna be up the center. And this part is gonna be the point of the egg and the apex of the octahedron on both the bottom and the lower. Okay. The earth plane stays the earth plane, you know. All right. Now, this is the fuck you component. Because we go, oh my God. How do we make this more of a hologram? So we have now soldiers, guards outside. I don't know if I'm doing this on the right layer. This is the crap version. This is the fuck you guys version. God made a joke about my army. This was my army. Like, you are me. He was big, funny, and stupid dad jokes, you know? So then we have this. Oh my God. Now, understand this. This is the North Watchtower. I call upon the watchtower to the north, at least in the egg. The east, west, and south. Or you can do it the reverse. I'm fine. But this is an as above, so below, as within, so without kind of teaching. So now, so here we have 25 posts without this crap. So this is this is the 25 strand Adam Cadman. Not 24, 25. Then we add all these. 5, 4, 4, 4. What did we say it was? It ended up being about the amount of bones we have in the human body, but it was like 210. So let me get it. It was like how many bones we would have with the extra vertebrae and the extra ribs. Kind of rad, actually. So 5, 10, we have 20. My brain cannot calculate. 20, 20, 80. We have another 20. So where am I missing? Oh, it's all the crap little ones. I'm gonna pause this for right now. Then I'm gonna calculate. Stop share. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I got it to 205. So we have in these sections, that's 25, 25, 25, 25. Let me circle them. So we have the miniature towers. So we have 25, 25, 25, and 25, and then 25. Okay, now, because we count the center of each box. Now, when we really do the mirror, it looks like this. Now we have little guards, actual little guards, like people. And then we add the 16. So 16 times 5 is 80, plus 125. So I don't like the sloppy, it goes boom, boom. So we have all the little guards on each, just like how these little towers. So each one of these is one DNA strand. Now we have 205 DNA. This is God level Adam Cadman. Not beginning Adam Cadman. So we build God around the humans. So this will be, this or something better will be the architecture around every master on the planet. So we build this energetically around us. This will be the Hufflepuff egg. It came through when I was doing Slytherin, but I knew I would do it for Tiferet because that it's work. Okay, so this is it from a bird's eye view. Just this is just unbelievable and just so much to handle. But it's not, okay? But this is why we will do it in about an 8-part video. Let me explain. So if you have been doing just one tower and you have one tower solid, it's then very easy to holographically expand if you've done your work. If you have not done your work, then it's hard. If you keep doing it over and over and over again, and it's so solid in your brain, it's easy, but it's still hard, but it takes time. This is like a ballerina that's mediocre. Believe me, I understand. That just can't keep up because she didn't do the work or she's injured, you know, like stuff like that. Okay. If you cannot handle this frame for the Hufflepuff, then do it from the central, where you are, and then see if you can at least do the four boxes with the extra, so 25 Adam Cadman. And then if you can, add the little guards. Okay, so this is it from a bird's eye view again. Now, let me dim everything. Man, do I wish I could just teach magic and not teach about life. Or resources or decisions in life. Man, that would make my job so much easier. It's everything from the music you guys listen to the movies you watch, to the teachings that you get from the microcosmic purchases you. If you know the world is dying and you're buying fake fucking nails. There's a problem. Somebody needs a mother to get that person's priorities straightened out big time. You're purging on alcohol and liquor, you need to go rehab and get sobered. If you're partying, all right. There are too many things that are going on this planet with everybody, which is why everything looks like crap. Everything and everybody. Okay. So, when? So when you send the DNA spiral, I would make it that gray metal, right? So when you send it, it goes through each one of these. So let's say the Earth strand goes up through all of them, all at the same time. And if you're really, and then if you want to do them at the same time as the miniature boxes, you can do them at the same time, or you can do just all the miniature boxes at the same time. Now the little ones, like the big one is much taller than the side ones. So like this is now, this central, this is the outside of the street. So this is the component for Tiferet. So it's no longer about my home. It's now about me bringing Jesus and God and Christ light and divinity to the outside of my street, to my neighbor's house across the street, to that neighbor's house, to this neighbor's house. Oh, you don't think that other people want it or can handle it? Then they're going to suffocate off the planet. Because they won't have the proper transmutation grids to survive here through the ascension. So as this tower is this big, the little towers are like this big. Got it? They still have the 5 boxes going up and the 4 boxes below. Now, so then you will do all the little guys, the same DNA spirals, going up them all at once, if you can visualize it. Maybe you can only visualize one section at a time. Okay. So all right, so the DNA spirals go up. When we do the lotus, the element to column lotus, you will get 1 lotus We put it in this grand central. If you get a secondary lotus that matches the same one, it will go in your primary suction. Because this one is going to be stronger than your secondary. Because you've been gridding it, and it's your home, and it's your anchor. And then you will get seeds, and you will throw the seeds into the central columns of all of them. And you will see them all begin to glow and grow upwards. And it bleeds like medicine going into the bloodstream, and then it bleeds down. Okay. So whereas this egg was, you know, this is so stupid that I'm being redundant here. Some people need redundancy. Some people do, you know. I was reprimanded by my boyfriend about how simple my class was, and I go, do the work. It's that arrogance that I despise. So whereas the egg might have looked like that before, maybe bigger, it might be bigger, might be that big. Might even be bigger than that. Let's go. Better scale. That's probably more accurate, because this would be that egg, and then this would be that egg, and then this would be the giant tower in the center. And then we'd have these little miniature towers here and here. I know I suck, you know. But man, this is... So now, this is going to be the yolk of our egg. But it's also why we have these towers on the outside, like here. Because our yolk, so it's actually more like this. Whoa, boom, there we go. That's more of what it looks like. Because of these towers. So it bleeds in here. I know it's not to scale, and this egg could be a little bit bigger like that now. It's just one giant mess. I can feel Hathor correcting me. Nobody likes to see it like this mess. She's probably right. Okay, so now we can just do it like this. So we have these little towers. There we go. All right. I know it's not to scale, but seriously. All right, so this is now our yolk right here. Because this is our grid that we've been doing over and over and over again. And then this is now considered the master. We will be doing the House of Hufflepuff. It will be gridded with the House of Hufflepuff. And then we will do the Gryffindor one with the House of Gryffindor. And we will do the Ravenclaw with the House of Ravenclaw. They will have specific dimensions and grids in them. Eventually, we will still be doing the higher realm ones, even if we're Gryffindors and Ravenclaws. Hufflepuffs, you know, can just do whatever they want to. And the Slytherins will just cheap out because they're mostly narcissistic. And they would only ever think about themselves. Instead of the community and their neighbors. And not just that, but even if they did this egg, they would always just be 5 steps below. They hadn't reached the endurance of Tiferet and the humility of Tiferet and the emptying of the cup in Tiferet. And they wouldn't think to do the guards, etc., etc. Like how America treats their army, not even fulfilling them with proper gear before they go off to war. Stuff like that. That's Slytherin shit. Gryffindors would never do that. Ever. They would make sure their army is trained and healthy and healed and, oh my God, trained and trained and trained and trained and protected and educated and emotionally healed and trained and gridded and meditated and trained until they looked and felt like Wonder Woman or Captain America. So, as God is teaching me different formations, God, not books, not pictures, nothing, just God. All right. So now we have this giant spectrum. And we need to just start to, ooh, that's a little bit big. When we need to just start to solidify the formation, we do the Protego Totalum grid on it. God, this sucks. Everything about my drawing just sucks right now. I'm trying. There we go. Come on. All right, so we would solidify it. We do the Protego Totalum. And boy, does that begin to just stabilize the energy field, not just around your house, but the air outside. And it starts to feel good and clean. The power of this egg is exponentially greater than the original one. And what's even better is if you wanted to create one of these to be your home and the other to be your twin flames home, that you could make it that big. You could do an egg across the world. So let's just say this is our Protego Totalum grid. We stabilize the field and then we put the jelly on it. Ooh, the Protego Totalum jelly mish. Yay. Oh no, we need to do salviohexia. And I'm going to explain this salviohexia because you guys don't know my salviohexia all that well. All right. So when I say salviohexia, the original way to do it was this, and I really like it because it simplifies it. So I draw with my wand, salvio, hexia. Then I go salvio, hexia. And then what it does is then draws new hexagons. I know. There we go. Then it begins to expand. Salvio, hexia. Salvio, hexia. Okay, now we do it again. Salvio, hexia. Salvio, hexia. Salvio, hexia. Salvio, hexia. Salvio, hexia. And then we have also the little ones appear. And it begins to create the honeycomb. And it's not until like you do it in like salvio, hexia, maybe the third or fourth layer out, where it's like, oh, look at that, that feels like gold. And then you make sure you do it all the way around. It's not even enough because like this is the 12 layer resolution. This one would be 49. And then just the outside is going to be 144 layer resolution. And this one, the fourth layer, is going to be 1728 layer resolution. And we need to at least get to 2736 layer resolution. Maybe higher. Okay, so that's the salviohexia. Then we have the fiantoduri. And then we go, oh my God. And it's gonna look like this. When we say fiantoduri, it's just gonna put these little grape jellies all up on the Protego Totalum wires and the salviohexia wires. Oh my God. So we have the fiantoduries here, wherever it created that mesh. And sometimes it looks like little 8s, and sometimes it looks like grapes, and and then it's good. And then when you want to do it really high resolution, it's just going to end up looking like a giant gel. Let's just do it 50%, you know. It's just going to look like a giant gel of fiantoduri. But we first need to do the dots. Okay, and now we do, oh my God. Then we do the, you know, so that's been stabilized. So then our next layer of the octahedron is this. Like when we end up doing the octahedrons, it makes it really easy because you go, oh my God, I have the 4 points. Let's make it white, then we can see it. Oh my God, I have the 4 points of the octahedron. If I need to do it a little bit bigger, I can. Oh, maybe just like that. So maybe the apexes of those rosy crosses. And oh my God. So this is again from a bird's eye view. It's a crap. It's crap, but you know. And then when we do the metal spiral around it, that exoskeleton spiral, it will be like this. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that, like, let's pretend we started from the bottom and then we're spiraling upwards, upwards, upwards. Oh my God, and now we have the dragon scales we'll end up putting on there. Oh my God. So this thing ends up being huge and massive. And we'll put all those spells, the transfiguration spells, and all the dimensions. Somebody says, this is a curse for my brain to not be against God at all. We are, you know, in the, that's correct. we are transforming into the divine. That's what a master does. That's even what a saint does. Okay, so now we have all these dragon scales. And we'll layer the dragon scales and mesh the dragon scales like we do with the outside. And then the dimensions that we're gonna end up having in the Hufflepuff egg will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 59. Now, if you've been skipping out on steps for the dragon egg, and you can't manifest something like your neighbor can, or you're not grounding, or your magic's just not working, because you chose to shortcut yourself. You either couldn't stand what I was saying, or you hated me. And you chose to hate me more than just get the instruction. Boy, that sucks. Sucks for you guys. So 7, 0 to 59. It's not my problem when you guys can't do shit. And then you want me to pick your ass up for you because you're weak as fuck. Because you chose to watch TV instead of spend 3 hours meditating. Your choices are everything in life. Kali Ren out.